Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Farlands or Bust. Woof! Episode 619 of the series, as we break out of the last episode's hidey hole. Very cautiously back away, just in case, and protect the hidey hole. Grab Wolfie. Get rid of some of our miscellaneous inventory and carry on west in the Farlands or Bust world here in Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. Well, I guess it's time to hop in a boat. Today is Saturday, October 29th, 2016, and this episode is being recorded before a live studio audience. The studio being Twitch, because I'm doing this as a Farlands or Bust Friday. Remember those? I'm recording this live. I'm broadcasting live on Twitch, but also simultaneously recording it for today's episode of Farlands or Bust. And before I started the recording here, I asked for those watching on Twitch. Ow! Wolfie! For those watching on Twitch to donate to Child's Play charity, and then their questions got shuffled to the top of the list. I'm making hand gestures because they can see me, although you guys can't on YouTube. Just believe me, it's totally magical and dramatic. So yeah, we're going to have some questions here from donors watching live, and then we'll get on to the questions of those of you who've already donated to Child's Play charity. Speaking of which, guys, you can go to farlandsorbust.com to donate to Child's Play charity. We are currently at $42,520.01 raised to help get toys, books, games to kids in hospitals around the world. 70% of our $60,000 goal. And that, like I said, is taking place at farlandsorbust.com. Right there on the home page is the donation widget. Are we doing all right for... Yeah, we are. I was going to say for pigs, Wolfie food. Yeah, right there on the homepage, the widget, you can donate, and with that donation, ask a question. Also, be sure to, follow me on Twitter and stuff, where I make announcements like, hey, let's do Farlands or Bust Friday on Twitch, and then you might be able to join us for a Twitch live stream. You might be able to get a donation answered right away and live, and all that fun stuff. But regardless of whether or not you have a question, or even if you're even able to donate, as long as you're hopefully enjoying this content, this series, that's fine indeed. That's fine indeed for me, and I do appreciate everybody out there, all the Farlanders across the lands. The Farlanders across the lands. That's not redundant or anything. Alright, this looks like a place we can go through. Oh, maybe not. Oh, maybe so. We're safe. Actually, we have no escape. There's no escape, Wolfie! Alright, there's some escape. So yeah, thank you everybody who has donated, and we are ready to carry on like this. My implements are all almost broken, as well as this sword, but a good thing I accidentally made 2 extra swords. So yeah, we are carrying on here in Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. Did a little bit of a recap in the last episode for some new viewers. We might have a few more new viewers. I noticed posted on the Reddit, it would appear as though our friend, fellow Farlander, special Farlander, Ant Venom, has been making some kind of tutorial, kind of about Minecraft videos on his channel more and more lately, and one of them was reaching the edge of the Minecraft world, and made mention of my channel, of this rascally dude named Kurt J. Mac. How we've been walking to the Farlands, to the edge of our own world for the past 5+ years. So perhaps a handful or so of anti-venoms? What are you guys called? What is that conglomerate called? What is that club all about? So hello. If you are just joining us, hopefully you caught the last episode, episode 618. This is episode 619, if I haven't said already. I think I said. Oh well, we're continuing on. Can't go back and change that now. Yeah, that's a good one to probably take a quick look at if you want to know a little bit more about the Farlands or Bust world and the things we're experiencing, this jitteriness, this crazy adventure that we're on. That's a good place to start. But yeah, we're actually gonna get right into some questions here from donors who donated just before I started streaming. Donors such as Commander Sealand. Commander Sealand asks, has there ever been a moment in Mindcrack UHC that you wish you could have back? What would it be and why? What would you have done differently? Well, I think for the vast majority of the UHCs that we've held, the way things transpired always ends up just being a lot better than the way things could have been planned to transpire, and just the fact that none of it is scripted or planned, the way things end up happening in the end always, you know, you can't change that sort of stuff. You can't go back and say, well, I wish this would have happened, because then the next thing wouldn't have happened, or you know, like I can think of certainly ways strategically, if I wanted to win a UHC, yeah, things I could have done differently. All the way back to the first one, Season 3, where it was myself and Good were the two remaining competitors on the field there, and we were both being very sheepish. Certainly looking at that play style, the very sheepish, it's me against him, we have bows, we're trying to shoot each other, we're just kind of kiting each other's shots and hiding and taking cover. Compare that to how battles unfold in more recent UHCs, which is much more head-on and much more haphazard, I could say. I certainly wish I would have been a little bit more bold. I feel like being more bold would definitely have paid off in that situation, because the more I stayed out in that forest, running around, taking pot shots at Good, the more likely it was for a creeper to sneak up on me and have me blown into a ravine in the ground, or whatever it was I ended up dying to. So, speaking of ravines, careful there, Wolfie. Ah, I said careful. So yeah, I mean, certainly different ways things could have transpired. What else? I mean, even like I forgot what season it was. This might be a moment I'll take a quick glance at chat, but I was with Michael and Avidia, and I did the flank maneuver to end all flank maneuvers around Nebris and Milby and Anders. And I had the Sharpness 4 sword. That was the thing. I had the Sharpness 4. We found a Sharpness 4 book, and I had the sword. So I made that flanking maneuver. If I perhaps knew how powerful that Sharpness 4... Was that Season 10? Season 10, I'm being told, from the Peanut Gallery. If I had known, that was the first time I used it in combat, if I had known how powerful the Sharpness 4 sword was, I wouldn't have even bothered with the bow and arrow or anything. I would have just gone straight in. It would have... Milby was the first person I attacked, and he actually got away and almost actually ended up killing me. I would have taken like just 2 swings on him, and that would have been the end of him, and he wouldn't have been a problem later on in that battle. So, I mean, yeah, there's certain little technical things like that, but the way that battle, that scene, I guess you could call it, played out in that UHC was really quite interesting and entertaining. Of course, in that same season later on, we were all getting kind of bored waiting for everybody to join up to have a battle, and I had a moment of distraction when I was ambushed and was unable to once again swing the iron sword of Sharpness Fortitude, and it ended up getting burned up in lava. I think it was lost. It was only to be held by its true owner, and it went down with him. So yeah, I mean, sure, there's a few things, but overall, I think they all turn out in the weird, crazy ways that they deserve to, and that really work out for my concern and my primary objective with those UHCs has always been entertainment value as much as I possibly can, to make sure that it's not boring or frustrating. and also that I'm not too distracted with the combat and the win-win-win aspect of it, so that I can kind of joke around and do silly things like, oh, let's set up generic B's head on a stick in the middle in 0-0. That I thought that would have been funny. It turned out to have cost me my own life, but whatever. So yeah, UHCs are always fun in that particular manner. And of course, the most recent, well, the charity UHCs always have a different feel and vibe to them entirely. Where the point isn't winning, or even it's entertainment, obviously, but it's raising money for charity. This last one, we did everything but play UHC, and I think it was one of the most amazing experiences for a UHC overall, charity or not. The things we were able to do just for fun. So yeah, thank you very much, Commander Sealand, for the donation and the question. Let's go to sleep and continue in the morning. And what were we called? What was the name of our team? Monster Killers? Monster Killers? I think the Monster Killers. Beast Slayers. And a Beast Slayer's necessitude. And continuing on. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I am. So yeah, we got another question here, being as it is the season, from Yvette Fred. Have I been saying this wrong the entire time? What was your favorite Halloween costume as a kid, or most memorable Halloween childhood memory? Now, I've mentioned this before. Well, it pretty much comes up. I should probably try to find some pumpkins, actually, while I'm here at it. It's come up pretty much every year, every Halloween season, asking about how interested into the Halloween holiday I am. Not too much. Not too much indeed. I mean, as a kid, yeah, dressing up and getting candy was interesting. A little bit of as a shy kid, an anxiety causer, going to strangers' homes door to door, ringing on their doorbells and asking for candies. Probably not the most comfortable of situations I've ever been in, but yeah, overall not like most people are, like most people are, specifically on the internet realm of things. Quite obsessed with the Halloween holiday. They're buying into the marketing ploy. Yeah, I'm not just as much into it. Like, I'm not doing anything this year. I'm not dressing up. I haven't dressed up in the last decade or so. Wolfie either. So, yeah, I mean, so I don't really have any strong memories or recollections from childhood Halloweens. I went as typical stuff like a pirate or a hobo, the Grim Reaper. I'm trying to think of what else I can't remember, honestly. It was always kind of annoying. Halloweens in Chicago is at the end of October. It gets quite cold out, so you're all excited about this crazy awesome costume you've come up with, but you've got to wear a winter coat over it because it's cold out, or it's snowing, and some years it was. So that was always a disappointment as far as the Halloween dress-up aspect of the holiday was concerned. I was once dressed up as Carlton Fisk, the White Sox catcher, back when I was on my youthful baseball kick as a kid, and I was obsessed with the baseball, the White Sox. That got a few reactions from people's doorbells I was ringing. I got some extra candy from other White Sox fans. So, but that one, yeah, that one my mom made like the costume for me, which was like, so it was a custom one. It wasn't one of these plastic mask ones you get from the store or anything. Yellow. So yeah, no, not really too many, certainly not like memories, and honestly not too much in the way of like costumes. Like that was probably the most unique one. It really had nothing to do with Halloween or spookiness or anything. It was just a baseball player that I liked. So it really, yeah, I don't, I can't quite think of anything specific about that, and I'm generally just a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Indifferent? Indifferent. I'm not against Halloween. I'm not against anybody who is into Halloween. I'm just indifferent. It's like, okay, have fun. Have fun. I'll not participate. Oh, man. So thank you very much for that donation and question. We got another one here from the Race Stewards. The Race Stewards, a.k.a. Jinglestog. Do you have any fond memories of the Ace Combat series of games? I know you've talked about them before. They're my favorite series of games, and I was wondering if you had any great memories from them. Great memories! I've mentioned a few times that I liked Ace Combat 4, I think was the one. It was like the first one on the PlayStation 2. It had the kind of graphic novel storyline that it followed, cutscenes. That I think the thing that made it was really weird for an airplane fighter jet game to have like a really good dramatic storyline behind it, but it did, and that I think is what really made the game the game. So I think that one by far was my favorite. I hadn't played any since. Actually, no, there was probably Ace Combat 5 that I played as well, simply based on my reaction to Ace Combat 4. Didn't like it as much. And then I do remember on like the PlayStation 1 having a demo disc for one of the Ace Combat games, and I just really liked how, at least at the time, how simulatory it seemed. There weren't any or many flight simulators for consoles of the era, so Ace Combat was kind of the only place I was able to go to get that experience. The experience I desired before I was able to find PC flight sims like the Microsoft Flight Sims or the IL-2 series were a series of flight combat games I was really into. All right, Wolfie, we found one. No. All right. I guess you want to check this one out too? You crazy noodle. What was that even about? You didn't even like think about that twice. Okay. And it's a skeleton spawner, so it's not like it was dangerous or anything. You screw. Perhaps he smelled. Oh, how about we sit you down so you don't keep falling down here? Yeah. There you go. Perhaps he has smelled the scent of a golden apple. Oh. What was that? I heard something. Ooh, can we have some fireworks? We can have some fireworks. I am over encumbered. We can have some fireworks for Halloween fireworks? Are those things at all? No, probably not. Yeah, why not? Let's do that right now. I always forget to make it by the end of the episode. Oh, dang it, I need sand. Dang it, where'd I put the sand? There it is. I always forget to make it by the end of the episode, and then I'm like, I forgot. I guess we're not going to have fireworks. So just in case we can't find a pumpkin, we've got a pumpkin. I've got a pumpkin for you. Kablooey! So, yeah, let's do that. And then carry on. Right. I guess we can take that as well. Some redstone. I don't think I need any redstone for anything. All right. We're not going for a bingo. Boop. All right. Continuing on. Good find, Wolfie. I don't know why you jumped right in there haphazardly, but good find. Let us continue on. We've got a question here. Oh, no, I was still talking about Ace Combat. No, actually, I kind of wrapped that up. Oh, I missed. I thought this was a second separate question, but Jinglestog said, all of them seem to have an underlying message about humanity itself. Did they inspire you in any way? I don't know about inspire, but that one, Ace Combat 4, yeah, it was really kind of like an anti-war, like it was just surprisingly dramatic and, like, honestly, a surprisingly grown-up, quote-unquote, message. Especially in those days where video games the vast majority of video games really didn't try to drive home global or social issues, or even just those thematic elements. So I found that to be, yeah, I don't know if that moved me in any way or inspired me in any way, but it was, for a video gaming experience, it was the tops. The tops, I say. Let's answer a question from Bang X, Your X, Dead X. No, just a few too many X's there. What do you do when you're stressed and need to calm down and relax? I don't know. Usually I freak out in a bundle of anxiety trying to figure out why I'm stressed and can't relax. That's generally the way things snowball out of control in my psyche. But what do I do to relax? Honestly, like, recording Far Lines of Bust helps. It's a very relaxing thing to do, and comfortable. A little bit different here because I know I'm live and like people are watching live, and I'm trying to make sure I'm not like picking my nose or something. I'm not too relaxed. But what do I do to relax? Sleep. I sleep. I lay down and become unconscious for 7 or 8 hours a night. Well, I guess I'd go for a drive, even. I did that earlier this week. Went for a drive to a park to see the sunset. I'd like to find time to go for these drives and then go for a hike or something like that. But honestly, I gotta work on finding that thing that I can relax and recharge with, because it's been lacking lately. Speaking of relaxing, let's go to sleep and continue in the morning. And instant relaxationness. Right, Wolfie? Guess not. Woof. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a better answer for that, but I don't have one. Yeah, it's one of those things that I've mentioned this before. I need a hobby or something, or something that isn't YouTube, and that's kind of the problem with the working from home, being an internet content creator, an influencer, if you will. That you'll find that it requires about 100% of your time, even if you're unsuccessful at it. But not that I would have experience with that aspect. But yeah, that happens. I mean, I watch live streams, I watch YouTube videos, but I feel sometimes I don't know how stress reducing that is, as it is like, oh man, I'm not as good as this person, or oh, why I should be making videos instead of watching, again, the snowball effect, as I mentioned before. But regardless, now that my anxiety has peaked, let's move on to the next question. This one from Ben. It's Ben. Ben asks, I just moved to a new city. I lost it. Sorry, I lost the question. I just moved to a new city, and it's tough to make friends, especially as an adult. How do you make friends in your new city? You're working with the assumption that I have. I haven't. Yeah, I have made all of my friends across the internet. And they all live very, very, very far away. So, that's a problem. That isn't answering your question at all. I've been recommended that I should look at, like, clubs or groups as an adult, as cheesy as that might sound. There's that whole, what's it called? Meetup? Is it Meetup? Meetup? Am I sending you to an incorrect website? Meetup website? Meetup.com or something? That is, it's pretty much it's like a message board thing, but you get to join different groups that then have different activities based on interests, like, let's drink beer and get drunk group. Or, no, like, you know, like say there's a group that goes hiking. I know there's a bunch of, I looked, I hadn't, that part of it is honestly, it's been recommended to me, but just thinking about it, just thinking about suddenly joining a group of strangers and just showing up and being like, hello, you know, that really freaks me out a bit. Speaking of anxieties and nerves. Is that Wolfie? Yeah. So I don't think that that's quite the thing for me, but that's always been recommended to me, and some people I'm sure have success with that. I mean, similarly, outside of those systems, finding like back at home, I found an astronomy club, and not only did we do all the different astronomy nights and public events or go to the dark sites and stuff, pretty much after every meeting we'd go out to the bar and have a drink or whatever. So there was always social aspects to that, although I don't think I particularly became like what I would call friends with those people as I would compare to the friends I made and have made on the internet and through YouTube and Twitch and conventions and things like that. So your mileage may vary, but yeah, that's a bit of a pickle that I'm afraid I don't know how to open the jar of jokes. Jokes, everybody. Use that new Twitch emote. Yeah, I certainly know exactly where you're coming from there, Ben, and wish you luck. And perhaps the internet can help in those facets, but I don't quite have a one-all remedy solution for that in particular. Yeah, I don't really know anybody around here. I mean, I know CoStar is in the area, but then again, that's it. And I don't have family or others here. Avidia is down south in Arizona, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't hang out with them, but it's also we're all very in the same scope of this thing. Like I was saying about trying to find time to relax. I'm sure finding time to spend with friends and hanging out with friends is a relaxing activity. I don't know how to make time for that yet either, so so that's a very difficult thing to navigate. But I appreciate, regardless, the donation to Child's Play charity and your question. Let's actually grab a few more planks of wood here while we're at it. Perhaps break this iron axe while we can. No pumpkins. Not seeing any pumpkins. This might be... I'm sure there have been a few in the past, but this might be one of the Halloween episodes before Halloween that we don't have some pumpkins to illuminate for the end of the episode to leave by the edge of the hidey hole. Because I haven't seen a single one. I know we passed by a few patches in the last episode, but I didn't think to grab them then. Let's see here. Got an anonymous question. What does the J, or I'm sorry, does the J in Kurt J. Max stand for anything, or is it just short for J? Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know indeed? Next question. We got a question here from none other than Gone Dodger. Gone Dodger asked, is Warren the most grating video game character ever? Or can you think of one that is even worse? Warren, of course, referring to your sidekick person guy in Forza Horizon 3. I don't know, Ian or Josh or Skip or whatever his name was from Forza Horizon 2 was a little bit more into that spectrum, that you know, that pendulum was further swung in his direction. He was quite annoying. That whole game is based around some annoying personalities running the show and constantly in your earpiece. More annoying video game character. You know, the one character in Max Payne 2 who was like the rich kid, like gangster's son or something like that, that you had, there was a mission, there was a babysitting mission that you had to make sure he lived through. He was pretty annoying. That guy was pretty annoying. I forgot his name, and I think he ended up dying in the end anyway. Spoiler alert for a 12-year-old game. But, yeah, that guy was annoying. Any game with a babysitting mission, whoever you're babysitting is annoying. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. I'm trying to like think of like other racing games or driving games that were like totally Fast and Furious, man, where like you'd get really annoyed by somebody. But I'm not coming up with any. I tend to like video games where like the character is mute. like Grand Theft Auto 3, that was great. I got less and less interested as the characters began themselves talking and interacting and having storylines themselves. Same thing with the Driver series. So yeah. No, yeah, Warren is pretty annoying. Warren is an annoying dude indeed. An annoying dude indeed. I didn't play the Zelda game, so I don't know the "hey listen" thing. I don't even know what its name is. It's like a little fairy sprite thing. So that I can't say. That's like the best known one, I guess, is as being an annoyance. But I haven't played that to have experienced it myself, my friends. To have experienced it myself. I'm trying to look. Oh, that would have been a nice place to. Ooh, look at that tree. Look at that floaty tree. Float on, tree. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this serendipitous dippa-doopa-dooba-dooba-dooba-doo. We've got a lone pumpkin right as the sun is setting. Are you a lone pumpkin? You are indeed a lone pumpkin. I was just saying how this could be the first pre-Halloween Farlanzer bus that doesn't have a pumpkin outside the hidey hole. And look at this. It's as if it was meant to be all along. I guess we're building our hidey hole here, my friends. I guess we're building it here. Along with this sheep. Have a seat, Wolfie. Let's, you know what? Let's dig the hidey hole here. I'm going to actually have to pick up the pumpkin in order to illuminate the jack-o'-lantern, or turn it into a jack-o'-lantern, I suppose, is the appropriate thing to say there. So let's do this, and that actually was all of the questions I got prior to this live stream that I'm recording this episode on. So I appreciate everybody who jumped on that opportunity and gave donation to Child's Play charity. Yoink! And yoink! Oh, oops, I forgot the fireworks. Well, we don't need to do the fireworks now that we have a pumpkin. Bam! Oh. Okay, I guess in this version of the game, the pumpkins have to be on the ground. That is news to me. Happy Halloween, everybody! If it is something you participate in, then have a good and safe Halloween. We will save the TNT for later. We will save the TNT for later anyway. I'm glad I took all the time to build it beforehand, saying I always forget to build it, and then not do anything with it by the end. Oh, man, how disappointed everybody must be. So yeah, let's build the beds for the next episode out of these items. Okay, I'm really... where's my inventory? Why is it not as available as it has been previously? Well, I guess these iron swords are going to take up some of that space. I've got way too much dirt on me, that's for sure. Let's get rid of some dirt, cobblestone, try to organize things in that general vicinity. But yeah! Oh, dang it, I gotta pick up the workbench, too. Oh, good! That sword finally broke. Now we only have two. Ha! Oh, got it! Nice grab. Good grab, me. Thanks, me. So yeah, let me remind everybody to head on over to farlanzerbus.com to keep donating to Child's Play charity. Of course, if you do keep an eye on my Twitter account or Twitch account and see if I am going to be recording an episode of Farlands or Bust Live, you can donate then and then have these questions like these fine Farlanders before us got their answers questioned before I recorded this. You know what I said. And or you can just donate whenever you want. Every dollar counts and helps get toys, books, games to kids in hospitals around the world. So it's much appreciated, all the support we've gotten thus far. Like I said, we're trying to reach that $60,000 goal. It'd be nice to reach that before the end of the year so that we could finally press F3 in the year 2016. If we go without that, then the year 2016 will be without an F3 press. So keep that in mind, and just also keep in mind you're helping get toys, books, games to kids in hospitals around the world, as I just said. So let's repeat it again. Yeah, I hope everybody, again, has a good Halloween. Thank you very much, Mindcraft, for the serendipitous jack-o'-lantern outside our door. My name is Kurt. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. We found one. No.